Sorry about that. So I'll quickly review the agenda. We'll have previous minutes, students and school presentations, parent groups, open to the public, 3 minutes per speaker for no longer than 60 minutes. We'll have our superintendent's report, correspondence and board comments, including committee reports, personnel agenda, consent agenda. We will not be using a second executive session. We will then adjourn the meeting. We do have a couple corrections on the agenda. On the personnel agenda, page 2, letter G, we have appoint teachers on special assignment. Mike, is it necessary for me to read both of these?
There's some differences too.
Okay. So each one will be changed. The first will read, be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Board of Education does hereby appoint Aaron Burke as teacher on special assignment effective September 4th, 2013 in the elementary education tenure area at Master's Step 13 of the Beacon Teachers Association contract at a salary of $75,668. For the second employee, be it resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Board of Education does hereby appoint Gloria Rosati as teacher on special assignment effective September 4th, 2013 in the elementary education tenure area at Master's Step 16 of the Beacon Teachers Association contract at a salary of $81,891. Our next correction can be found also on the personnel agenda. Letter L, summer instructional appointments. It's just some letters were omitted from the agenda. There's a number of employees that read 9th grade boot camp. 4 of them can be found on page 5 and 1 on page 6. Rather than just 9th grade boot camp, it should read IRP/9th grade boot camp. Okay? May I have a motion for previous minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes of the previous regular meeting held on Monday, July 15th, 2013, as circulated.
Second.
Comments or questions? All those in favor? Nobody over here wants to speak? All right. Opposed? Motion carried. Do we have any student or school presentations tonight? Parent groups? Open to the public. Would anyone like to speak? No? Okay. Dr. Dorwood, that would leave your superintendent's report.
So I have 3 items that I want to bring the board up to date on. The first is it's been 3 weeks since our last meeting. Over that time span, one of the things that we had done is that we put an application in with several other schools in the area for a teacher and administrator grant, and I'll ask Mr. Tim to maybe explain a little bit in greater detail. I think it's a good opportunity for the district.
It's a consortium grant with a number of other school districts where it would be a teacher and administrator academy for Dutchess County. So what would happen is people would apply, either the teachers would apply to the teacher academy or the administrators would apply to the administrator academy, and they would get professional development in various areas of the Common Core, as well as building leadership strategies and things of that nature. So what the intent is for the Dutchess County to build a greater capacity for both teachers and administrators.
And Mr. Tim had just mentioned the Common Core. The second thing that I wanted to bring to the board's attention, probably the best way to characterize where we are as a district relative to the Common Core is bits and pieces of it have been adopted, and I think different buildings are sort of following it to different levels. I had made the decision that we really need to move forward full bore for the implementation of the Common Core. So Mr. Tim has been meeting with the administrators. The intent would be when the teachers and the students return in the fall, we are going to be implementing fully the Common Core materials for all those grades that it's appropriate. And this should also help us when it comes time for state assessment, because, as you know, the 3 through 8 assessments are fully aligned with the Common Core as well. I don't know if you have anything more you want to share on that work that you've been doing.
No, I would just like to publicly thank the administrators and all the teachers who have put in all the diligent work to put together all the materials and supplies that we need to undertake this endeavor.
And then the last item is related to the 3 through 8 test scores. I'm not quite sure what had been shared with the district relative to communications coming out of SED and related to the Common Core, but the 3 through 8 test results are out now. They're embargoed until later this week. But I believe now for the third or fourth time, the commissioner has stressed the point that schools should expect and parents should expect that the scores are going to go down on these state assessments. The best way to explain it is that the state has made a decision, I guess probably about 2 or 3 years back now, that the curriculum that the Common Core is based on, it was going to be all pegged to college and career readiness. So they thought in terms of when a student leaves school to go on to a career or to go on to college, what do they need in order to be prepared for that? And everything has been back figured from there all the way down through the Common Core. As I said a moment ago, this past spring was the first time that we had assessments that were purely based on the Common Core. Those are the results that are coming out this week. It's a brand new benchmark. They stress the fact that we shouldn't attempt to make a direct comparison between the score that a child gets on this assessment and what they may have received in the past. And they say straight out that you should expect the scores are going to be lower because of that readjustment period. It does not necessarily mean that your child or our students didn't progress in their knowledge base. It just means that it's a brand new type of assessment.
Okay. Do we have any correspondence or board comments tonight? I hope everyone's enjoying their summer.
I just one comment. Actually, I just wanted to say at the beginning of the meeting we had a moment of silence, and as a board member, I've always had moments of silence, but I've never really known any of the people that they've been for. So I did appreciate this set of minutes. We received a summary of Mr. Bell, and I thought it was nice to be able to know who we were appreciating. So whoever was responsible for that, I just wanted to thank.
Thank you,
Thank
Kelly. Okay, move on to the personnel agenda. May I have a motion to approve the personnel agenda?
Motion to approve the personnel agenda, items A through O, as attached.
Second?
Comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve consent agenda items 12.02 through 11.
Second?
Comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We will not use the executive session. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Comments or questions?